riding this show. Like, at this point, every time I just like, garage band. Shit is awesome. What's up, everybody? It's me, Ben Bailey. You know, the guy from the Taxi Show. You know the show? You ever see that show with a guy? You know the one where the guy's like, he's like driving around. He's like, he's asking the people questions. And if they get him right, he gives them money. If they get him wrong, he kicks them out. You know that show? You ever see that show? That show, Cash Cab, the show with the guy where he drives the people around. It's back. Cash Cab is back, man. Wednesday nights on Bravo. You guys should be watching it. Because what else are you doing? And because it's fun. It's just pure fun. It's all we ever wanted it to be. It's just pure fun. Same as this show, Working From Home, episode, are you ready? Episode 504. Booyah! We've been trapped for 1,000 weeks. 1,000 weeks alone at home. It's episode 22. This is our 22nd episode of Working From Home. Holy shit. Oh my God, I'm 67 years old. What happened? I look pretty good for 67, if I do say so myself. Which is a terrible thing to say to someone who really is my age. Yeah, episode 22. We've been holed up a long time. I understand some things are reopening slowly in some places, and in other places not quite yet. But hopefully you guys are all staying sane. I am trying to stay sane, one, by doing this show, two, by trying to eat well, exercise, continue to do some stuff, you know, do the good stuff. You're going to do the bad stuff a little more than you probably should right now. So maybe do the same with the good. Trying to get on top of shit in the yard. No excuses on the yard work this year. You better get that shit done. Otherwise, you were literally just sitting in your house. Although for some people, it's made you busier. You know, if you've had kids at home when you don't normally, and you still had to work full time from home, you're wow. So yeah, it's like, hey, here's everything you normally do separately all at once. Good luck. See you in 22 weeks when you've aged 17 years. But I have had a lot of time just here at home, so I'm like, there's no way I'm letting that yard get out of control. The fucking weeds, I'm going to get them. So I started researching weed whackers. Weed whackers. Type that into Google, see what happens. Weed whacker. See whose fucking picture comes up. If it's you, you've been doing something wrong. Weed whackers, it's a big thing. YouTube, it's like the top 6 cordless battery-powered weed whackers of 2019. I'm like, okay, wow, somebody's all into the weed whacking. And some of them say weed whackers. Some people call them whippersnippers.
No, who would do that?
People from down under, like the lady I live with. She calls it a whippersnipper. And leaf blowers are called sucky blowers. Which is so much better. I mean, come on. They're both better. Whippersnipper. It sounds just much more innocent. Weed whacker is like violent and slightly sexual. No, it's not. But it's just, I don't know. I think I like whippersnipper. I think we're going to have to do a poll. What do you prefer? Weed whacker or whippersnipper? Leaf blower or sucky blower?
Sucky blowy.
Sucky blowy? Oh, I was messing it up. It's even better. It's sucky blowy, not sucky blower. Like you would walk into a hardware store over there, or what is it, Bunnings?
Blower probably.
And just say, give me a blower. Or you'd be like, do you have sucky blowies? And they'd be like, get out. What kind of place do you think this is? We're selling home goods. That's a different category even. So anyway, I'm on YouTube and I'm watching videos of people reviewing weed whackers. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to me? Because I'm totally content. I'm content to read about some weed whackers and see some people tell me all about the weed whackers and what some people's idea of a good informative video is. It's one extreme to the other. One of them's like, I bought the weed whacker, I use it, and it does what it does, it whacks the weeds, and I had it for about a year. You can see the labels peeling off a little bit, but other than that, I got no complaints. Another person breaks it down. Here's how wide a path, right? Can you flip it upside down? Are there attachments? What's the horsepower on that fucker? How long will it last in different conditions? Like, they break down the whole fucking thing, right? And at the end, they tell you this is the ultimate weed whacker of the ultimate battery-powered cordless weed whacker of 2019 is pretty much exactly like all the other ones. Like, they're not that different. They've got to the point where even the shittiest one, go back 10 years, it's the best fucking weed whacker you ever saw. Shit's changing. Eventually, you'll just have a tiny little thing, and you just send it out, and it'll fucking do everything. Just fly around the fucking yard and mow the lawn and clip the hedges, scoop up the dog shit. It'll do everything and come back and be like... And you'd be like, get back to work, you little fucker! I didn't hire you to float around here and look at me! Because remember, you're supposed to misplace your anger on droids and robots in the future, because they don't have feelings, yet. But so, I'm reading a review of this weed whacker, and this guy goes through this whole... And some people call them weed eaters. The weed eater, one of the videos was weed eater. I'm like, what's a weed eater? That describes some sort of animal behavior. That's not a yard appliance. I don't know if appliance is the right word. That's not a yard tool. Weed eater, that's a goat. You're doing video reviews of goats? You fucking weirdo. They're all different. Each goat has its own personality, and he likes what he likes. That's what I think we should get for the yard, honestly. Is some fucking goats. We'll make our own milk and our own cheese, and they'll eat all the weeds in the grass. But they won't eat it all because they're smart. They're like, if we eat it all, then shit is gone. If we eat it all but a little, it will grow back. So nobody knows better than goats that you hired to mow your lawn that you can't have your weeds and eat them too. Right? It's like the cake for us, but with weeds because they're goats. And they get it. Even the fucking groundhog knows that shit, right? He won't eat the whole thing. I'll eat a little, and then that shit will magically appear again, and I will eat it again. How do they get what we don't seem to totally... They grew up different, that's how, I guess. But so I'm reading the review. Now I've gone even further into, like, old man yard boringness. I'm reading a review. I'm sitting there reading what someone else thinks of a weed whacker that I can't tell from 7 other of the top 10. And I'm like, this guy, he's the only one further in than me. Is the guy who's writing the review. There's only one person who's, Oh, you think you got it bad with your lawn shit? Well, I'm writing reviews, fucker. I've never written a review of anything. I've never even imagined a review of anything. Gotten to that point. So thank you to everyone who's writing reviews. You guys are doing a hell of a job. I don't know if that's essential or not, but
It is to me.
But you guys are continuing with it clearly. But so at the bottom of the review, it said the last thing the guy said, I would recommend it to anyone. And I was like, all right. Are you saying you do or you would? I was waiting for if. Like, I would recommend it to anyone if I knew anyone that gave a fuck. That would make sense to me. I would. That doesn't sound like you are recommending it. It sounds like you would if things were different. And also, anyone. I would recommend it to anyone. Anyone who? You need to follow that up. I would recommend it to anyone who gives a fuck about weed whacker recommendations. It's not worded correctly, right? You could say, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Well, you wouldn't say, I would recommend it to anyone. You say, I do recommend it to everyone, because that's everybody, not just one random fucking person. That's anyone. I would recommend it to anyone. Well, who is that? I don't know, just pick somebody and recommend the shit on my behalf. I'm just trying to tell you I like the weed whacker, okay, Ben Bailey? Oh, I see your point, sir. I just want you to word shit correctly. I wouldn't recommend your review to anyone. who would care to understand what someone meant when writing a review. I would recommend your review to anyone who didn't care to understand what someone meant when writing a review. I'm reading a review. Okay. I like to take things as far as I can possibly take them. I don't know if you guys have realized that, but
and then take them a little further.
And then take them a little further, and then a little more, and then a little further, and then a little further, and a little further, and a little further. I like to take them all the way. All the way, that's what we're trying to say. Am I bright enough? Am I too dark? Do I have floating head and floating arms? I'm in centaur mode. Oh my God, how do I keep forgetting?
Do you wish to not be in centaur mode?
No, no, maybe after this, but for now.
All right.
I think I can affect it with the lights. We're going to have to maybe get the tech guy in here to adjust those lights.
I'm going to ask Marta on Facebook because she said last week that my volume was too low and it feels a bit low again to me.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I'm just going to check with her.
She's just kidding. I'm just posing. I'm trying to do the centaur.
Tanya Dugal says, looks good. And
good.
Marta says, you're a floating head, yes.
Oh, I'm a floating head? Okay. Apparently that's what the other would want, is a floating head. Looks great. Looks great if you're trying to be a floating head with some 7 arms floating around. Does that make any difference at all? Maybe this makes a little bit of a difference as well. We've got lots of options as far as lighting goes.
Yeah, I don't have any options as far as changing things up because this thing won't move.
Oh, I feel like I've gotten a bit bright. Brighter than usual.
Floating V-neck.
Did someone say that?
Yeah.
Floating V-neck, yes.
Marta says I'm just loud enough.
Marta is just... Okay, good, Marta. Keep your volume under control. She's just loud enough. Oh, she means you're just loud enough.
She's my volume control person.
Oh, okay. Well, now you can see that I'm wearing a shirt that's the same color as... It's like a head and arms. Shite. Oh. Would you zoom in or something?
I clicked the plus button on the settings because I couldn't...
Hearts galore on Instagram. I look very clear on Instagram. It looks like looks kind of like I'm flying because my feet are so much further away than my head. I like to play around with words. I like how people word things incorrectly, and I can break it down and analyze it and like what exactly is wrong with that. Here's why this doesn't work, what you're doing. Let me tell you why it doesn't work, okay? It's because you don't know what you're doing. That's why. People say things, they word them incorrectly, and I'm here to point that out. Happens on signs a lot. I saw one the other day while I was waiting for a green light. It said, "Wait for green light." And I was like, well, that's a hell of a suggestion, Mr. Sign. That happens to be exactly what I am already doing. You know, why is there a sign at some of the green lights, at some of the red lights, that say, wait for a green light? Like, isn't that the rule at all of the red lights? That doesn't look good, babe. It's too close.
I didn't change anything.
Oh, wow. It's way zoomed in on the monitor. Now I'm like, I just look like a giant, oh man, it's a close-up of my face, and it's not pretty. Is there a way to change that, or?
No, there's not.
Okay, maybe just don't hit anything. I hate how it looks. All right.
Sorry.
Oh, I wish we just do that. Why do I hear the mouse clicking? I panic when I hear the mouse clicking over there. What are you doing?
Because you asked me to change things. I'm trying.
I didn't ask you to change things.
Okay. I misunderstood, sorry.
No, I thought maybe just camera adjustments.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, well, okay. Somehow it just zoomed in. Do you have the...
No, I can't move the window. It's stuck.
Why don't we say hello to Emma Gleason, everybody? This is Emma Gleason over here. She can't move the window. But here she is. Are you able to switch it so we can see you?
Yes.
Hey, there she is.
Guys, I have a good camera view.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
it's the lovely and talented Emma Gleason, everybody. Show her some hearts.
I have any volume or anything, but...
You don't... What? You don't have enough volume?
But people say they can hear me, so that's cool.
I can turn you up. I don't passively aggressively complain about your volume. Like, I'll turn it up for you if you want me to. Don't be a martyr. Like, I don't. It's okay. I'll just be. No one. I just be over here. And no one can hear me. I'll help you. I'll turn your volume up. We just got to do one thing at a time. All right.
Okay.
Do you feel like your volume is too low? I'm sorry if I just hurt your feelings.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but not directly. So okay. All right. Check your volume on your mic again.
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, so it's good.
How's my laugh?
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Go.
Ha.
All right, go back to you and say hello to the people. It's Emma Gleason, everybody. And maybe give the
Hello,
tech guy a call.
People,
After you say hello.
get in here, tech guy. Sorry, I don't like.
What do you mean, get in here? What, I'm just sitting over here waiting for you to call me?
I
I
think
got nothing else to do?
I think you are. I think that's what we employ you for.
Listen, I got a lot to do around here. I'm not just sitting there waiting for you to call. Get in here. Get in here. I got stuff I'm doing, all right? What do you need help with? What's the problem this time?
I can't move this window. It's stuck down here, and I can't get it to move so I can change any
Okay,
settings.
okay, let me take a look. Let me take a look.
Do you want?
I don't think I need my drill for this.
I don't think you need your drill either.
Yeah,
I
I don't
think
need
we're
the
good
drill.
without that.
I don't need the drill, but if I do decide I need it, it's right there. I have it.
Okay, that's good.
I didn't want to be here and think, oh, you know what? I need my drill, but I don't have my drill.
How did you do that?
Here's the key. You gotta grab it. It's weird, the window. You gotta grab it right over there by the little. You see the little yellow. You
Yeah.
see that little yellow. You see
Yeah.
that the little.
Yeah.
The
This is
yellow.
what-
The
this is-
yellow. The little yellow dot there.
Yes, I see.
Yeah. You want to just. You can only grab it. Sorry, am I too loud?
Always.
I'm sorry. I worked in a machine shop for 36 years. I don't know how loud I'm being, or if I'm
Okay.
being too loud.
Can I?
But you just want to get over by that yellow
Okay, I get that
button.
part.
Over by the button.
We get that.
Okay.
We understand.
And that's the only place you could grab this window if you want to move it around. It's the only place you could grab it is by that little the little yellow by the little
Yes.
by the what is that
Okay.
by the yellow thing.
That's all I need.
Okay, and then you could control all the other stuff from this way.
Yep.
And if you wanted to maybe change the view of the camera, like maybe it was zoomed in. I think there's we got standard.
I know how to change it.
You know how to change it.
Yeah.
What do you? I'm trying to go take a shit. What are you calling me for?
I think it should be good now. Hey, babe, can you get back in there in there so we can?
Wow. Did he figure it out? What is that guy's problem, man?
I don't know.
Every time we bring him in here, you'd think he's not essential, right? And we're keeping him working this whole fucking time. And he's just, every time he comes in here, he's bitching and moaning. You got one job, buddy. Just come in and make it work.
Okay.
All right. Are we good? It looks like he does seem to know what he's doing, though.
You look too bright on YouTube to me.
Oh,
I thought you were better before, so I'm bringing you back down.
don't bring me down.
Don't
Now, I'm
bring
totally
me
a floating
down.
head, though, right now again. So
you
maybe
want some more
maybe
contrast?
brightness, or what did you bring down? The brightness?
I brought it up and then you look too bright.
All right. So there's also
Color intensity.
Yep, and there's contrast.
See, I like it like this.
Oh.
Satan.
All right, let's do. Here, you play with that, and I'll try to continue doing that bit while you turn me different colors. All right, ready? Wait for green light, the sign said. And I thought, isn't that the rule at all of the red lights? Isn't that the entire basis for the red light, green light system? If you get there for the red one, you wait for the green one. But some of them, we have to have signs that say so. So does that mean at the other ones it's not true? Where do I not have to wait for the green light? Where do I just get to go on red without even thinking about the green? Because it's essentially the same thing. Okay, that was weird. That's for the highlight reel, that weird clip adjustment. I can't even tell anymore. I think you adjusted my sight with my vision with that.
I think
Because now I can't tell the difference.
it
no.
looked good before and my messing around has not improved it.
Well, the problem is that I'm just the shirt is just disappearing.
Well, I think as Lance Euler said on
Wait a minute.
Facebook,
Yeah. You didn't turn autofocus on, did
different
you?
colored shirt is the
Yeah,
the answer.
well, that's because Lance doesn't know.
I know. Lance.
I don't wear other colored shirts, Lance. This is it.
Ben only owns black shirts. He actually has a couple of navy shirts.
Yeah,
but
I'll put a blue one on, a dark blue one.
But that would
just
blend
like this for
probably
next time.
even more with the dark blue behind you.
It's easier to figure out the lighting than it is to get me to wear a different shirt. I'll tell you the story if you'd like to. If you'd like to hear it.
What's the story, Morning Glory?
The story. Don't call me that in front of people. The story is. Too many times I was like getting ready to go somewhere, and I ended up making myself late trying to find some shit to wear that I thought looked okay. That's all I was shooting for, not looking terrible like a person who doesn't know how to dress himself. If you look back through pictures of me over the last 2 decades, you'll see that I failed miserably. I wore ridiculous outfits most of the time.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
Well, they were like usually like too baggy or too just weird, and it was the style on it. But anyway,
Right, yeah.
I got tired of that. I got tired of trying to figure out what I was going to wear. It felt like such a I don't want. How do I not sound like a douche? It's just such a stupid thing to spend my time thinking about all the time, and I was like, what if I just find something that generally works for many different environments, and get a bunch of that and just wear the same shit all the time. And I did that, and fan-fucking-tastic. I gotta tell you, folks, it's fucking great. I wear the same shit all the time. I have different variations for different weather conditions, of course. I'm not going to wear a T-shirt out in the snow. Maybe once in a while.
But now you know how Inspector Gadget feels.
Inspector why? Because he always wore the same thing?
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, do I have a coat that has all that shit in it and I didn't know about it?
No, he opens up his closet and he has...
Oh, right. That's right, yeah. He just has the same thing.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. And then someone told me, a fella from a TV show.
Oh, yeah?
A fella from Say Yes to the Dress.
Oh, really?
A show that you enjoyed, I believe.
Yeah, good show.
Or still, and possibly still do. I was wearing a black T-shirt. I was wearing this, and we were at like the upfronts, like a pretty big deal TV event. And he was like, "You can't go wrong with a black T-shirt." And maybe I wasn't. I think I was wearing a similar outfit, but I hadn't decided to wear it every fucking day at that point. And he just confirmed it. I was like, boom, that's it. This guy knows what looks good.
And what not to wear.
I know I'm tired of trying to decide. I hate menial decisions. I get annoyed trying to figure out what I'm going to eat, which makes me kind of an idiot. I know. But those little choices are tough sometimes, right? He's got to make them over and over. It's like, what do you want to eat? Can't you just stuff something in there and close it up and send me on my way? I don't want to think about it. We've been doing smoothies. We're big on the smoothies lately. We got a new blender. The first blender, well, how many blenders is that now? Are we on our...
Oh.
It's fucking blenders.
This is our third.
It's so hard to find good blenders these days.
And I've read all the reviews.
Yes, 1 million reviews. The dumbest person in the world, the smartest person in the world. This thing's a piece of shit. This is the best blender in the history of blenders. Next review. Junk! Garbage!
It never worked.
I never even took it out of the box. A lot of the bad ones are like that. They're like, this thing's a piece of shit. The whole box was smashed when it got here. Like, well, that doesn't mean the blender's a piece of shit. That means...
you should send it back.
Which movie is that in? I think it's Dumb and Dumber. Or maybe it's Ace Ventura, where Jim Carrey's a UPS guy. And he's just kicking the shit out of his package delivery. That's who delivered it. That's the problem. Not that, oh, God, that shit was hilarious. It closes in the elevator door like 7 times.
Oh, yeah.
He drop kick. He's just kicking it down the hall, jumping up and down on it. Funny shit. All right, well, as usual, we've had a little bit of a stumbling block. Even when we didn't really have any real tech issues, we kind of created one for ourselves a little bit there. Is everything okay? Sure, just don't touch anything. Oh, fuck! It wasn't broke! This shit wasn't broke! Why we try to fix it? If it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. That's what we did last week. It wasn't broke, and we tried to fix it, and the fucking shit broke. Oh, I swore. Don't you judge me. Are there comments? Could you maybe roll some comments or some...
There's lots of comments.
Yeah? Oh, cool,
Yeah.
man. I hope you guys are enjoying this, you know, because it is just miserable for us. Just kidding. We're loving it, too. Do you remember which ones you'd hit to show them?
Well, I hit the one that works.
Holy shit, we're a half an hour in. Let's it's time for a drive-by. Let's do that drive-by, man. Oh, right. Oh, I like it. Right as those come up. It's a cash cab drive-by, folks. That means if you have an alcoholic beverage, or even just a juice or whatever it is, have a drink. And you don't have to wait. Remember, you don't have to wait until we get there. You could just pick it up as soon as you hear that music. As soon as you open your eyes in the morning. Just kidding. That's not a good idea. If you're drinking as soon as you open your eyes in the morning, you need to look that in the face and figure that shit out, man. Cheers. Stella Artois is good beer. All right. Do we have a have you a news item, my dear?
I do have a news item.
Oh, that's fantastic. Every week, Emma Gleason scours the news for 3 to 4 minutes and finds something interesting and hopefully funny and who knows what. So far, I love them. They've been great, baby.
Oh, yeah?
It's a fantastic segment. It's my personal favorite part of the show.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm not just blathering on. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, I am through that segment, too. Show me some hearts, motherfuckers! Vote for me on Facebook. Facebook. Vote for me. I can't remember when we started doing that. I think it was on a shoot. Oh, hearts rolling in. Mad hearts coming in. Boom, 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 boom.
Where are those farts coming in like that?
Did you say farts?
That's the Instagram. No.
Where are those farts
No,
coming in?
I didn't say that.
Wow, good acting. Really sold it.
Don't
I don't know what
tease
they're on. It looks like Facebook. Like, oh shit, that's blowing
me.
up the
that's
hearts.
Facebook. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, oh look at that. Woo!
Oh,
Go guys,
oh,
go.
Oh.
That's awesome.
This is funny. Did you ever leave yourself a note and then you find it and you're like, what the fuck? What did I mean by that? Let's go to the news story, babe. Sorry, I just found this in my pocket and was like, oh, I think it was something for the monologue, which is what we're calling the beginning of the show, but it's really the whole show. Oh, there we go.
Facebook likes.
Is this our new? Is this a photo for our news item?
Yes, it is. So.
In your view, am I looking at it right now?
Yes, you are.
Oh, well, fantastic! Look at that.
And now that you're looking at it, what do you think it is?
What do I? Cat box. Is this some strange new bamboo growing in cat boxes that's going to provide sustainable source of paper?
No, not even close.
Okay, good, because that'd be crazy if I just nailed that. I mean, that looks pretty weird. I can't even tell, but granted, I'm looking at it, I think, backwards, and it's meaning I'm backwards, and so is it, and that doesn't make any sense at all. But that's what's happening, and I don't have a lot of perspective on it, but maybe it's actually underwater.
It is underwater.
Okay. Underwater cat box. That's what I'm going with. Underwater shit box growing new bamboo will save world with edible, sustainable paper products. That's my headline.
All right.
What's the
you
real
wanna hear
one?
what the real headline is? Tokyo Aquarium asks public to FaceTime shy eels during lockdown.
What? Are you kidding me?
You do like the...
Oh, it's fantastic. Shy eels.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. These poor eels, what they're, because they'll never come out if they need to get used to seeing people? They're so shy, they're not even in the fucking picture.
Yeah.
Come out, eels. Hi.
So these
Hello, eels.
These are spotted garden...
Is it the shrieking eels?
No, they're spotted... Well, nice reference, but... and that's a... Well, that wasn't a movie quote, but...
Well, yeah, it was a reference to a movie.
So I'll do that thing.
Movie reference. There we go. Yeah, it could be a reference. Name the movie that's from. The Shrieking Eels. People are going to be all over that shit.
I hope so. I hope
Better
so.
be, or I'll give you quotes from that all day long until you fucking know it. It's one of the best movies ever. I love that movie, man. You better fucking get it.
You know what? I never did this.
Time for the news,
Oh,
everybody.
Marta Johnson Weller got it with Princess Bride.
Boom.
She's my favorite right now.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. We should make a segment.
Well, I have lots
Emma's favorite.
I have lots of favorites.
Oh, well, Emma's favorites.
But
I already had to change the name.
someone got it on
I
Twitter
just
as well.
gave you a segment, and you made me change the name instantly. All right, so
Sorry.
the shrieking eels they're actually shy. Those little bits sticking up, are those the eels?
Those are the spotted garden eels,
Spotted garden eels.
which is an interesting name,
That's a snake. To me, that's a snake that lives underwater.
right?
They were like, you know what? I'm tired of the garden.
Yeah.
Let's take this shit underwater. Spotted garden eels, and they are, is that accurate? They are, they want them to be accustomed to having people looking in at them.
Right.
So that they will, when people do come back and start looking, they won't fucking
Well, it's not even...
head back to the garden.
It's not even that, just that. It's that when the staff at the aquarium, I gotta turn this music off. Sorry, babe, it's killing me. It's hard to focus on everything with that going on.
Okay.
How do news people do it?
I don't think they hear the music. Maybe they do.
So anyway,
Fuck those people.
staff at the aquarium are finding it harder to conduct their daily health checks on the animals.
Right.
Because they're increasingly burying themselves in the sand
The animals are like, I'm starting to think this isn't really the ocean.
at the side of the aquarists and zoologists, and they've said
That's interesting. So they're just not used to people anymore.
no. And this is a quote. Oh, every time I switch it to me, I lose my article. It seems like the spotted garden eels are getting used to a non-human environment and have forgotten about people.
Oh, good for them. I mean, isn't that really what's best for the garden eels?
So the solution.
I don't think there was a sign-up sheet at the eel elementary school. Who wants to go live in a tank and get stared at by humans all fucking day?
So yeah, they're used to hundreds of people coming through, probably thousands of people coming through
Right, and then nobody.
every day.
Just one weird guy with a mop.
Streams of people, they say. I don't know how many.
I don't see the eels in there.
And in the wild, typically they're shy. But so their solution.
So funny that we know that. In the wild, they're typically very shy. Hey, would you eels like to come over and have a couple of? I don't know. I'm not good with people.
What does it say that? It
I
says-
know.
But anyway.
I'm embellishing, babe, for the sake of
Okay, sorry.
Chuckles.
Of course.
Chuckles, where is he? Is he here today? Chuckles, come in. Oh no, we gave him the week off.
Okay, so it's so these 300 eels. They asked people at the beginning of May to play a virtual game of peekaboo with them.
300. How are you gonna play peekaboo with 300 fucking eels at the same time?
There's 5 cameras or phones set up around it with screens, and they were asking people to call in on their Apple devices with these 5 screens that are set up around the tank, and then they were going to play peekaboo. Sorry, then they get to see the people get to see the eels. Hopefully,
Yeah, I was going to say,
popping up
if you
from
can
the
see them.
sand and swimming and getting fed twice a day, as long as they don't get too skittish.
This is the best. This is my favorite story so far.
Oh, really?
This is so crazy.
That's cool.
Like, everyone pull together now. Do something to help out. Get on a FaceTime call with some eels.
Yeah, they called it a face showing festival.
This is fantastic. Can we
Yeah.
still do it? I can't wait to do it.
It didn't say which aquarium in Tokyo
It
there
doesn't
was.
tell us how to
and
do
I
it?
looked online, and there's two.
There's
and I
2 aquariums in Tokyo?
Yeah, and I went to their website, and there's a lot of English on them, but
Look at you.
I couldn't ascertain which one it was, and I didn't see any information about doing it still.
It's a good word score, too.
So,
Ascertain.
but if you're really interested, I'll keep researching and see.
Smart, funny, beautiful.
Oh,
All in one.
very
And you're not bad yourself, Ben.
excited. I love how I get praised every time I use a big word. Or a
No,
good
like this
word.
whole thing you've done. It's fantastic.
Oh, cool.
I love these eels. I hope they're okay. You shy little fuckers. Come out. People are paying to see you. That's a privilege.
So I don't know. Maybe the aquariums are back up and running again there now.
Maybe they are.
But I can research more and find out. Or some wonderful person who's
Cheers,
listening
everybody.
to the show
Yeah,
can.
I'd love to do it, and maybe we can get some video of it somehow, and that'd be
It
great to
was
share
a-
with people. Check this out. This is me playing peekaboo with 300 eels in Tokyo. They called me. I didn't even know what was happening.
So these aren't the actual eels in the picture. There's some.
Those are just little tree branches
They-
stuck in the sand somewhere in Florida for the news story.
No, that's spotted garden eels, but not the ones in the Tokyo Aquarium.
Oh. So those eels, you couldn't even get a picture of them. That makes sense.
Oh, I guess
They had to use
yeah.
stock garden eel photography photographs because the real eels were like, we're not even coming out for a photo shoot, man. Just get the people on the screen and we'll see what happens. No pictures. Jesus. You missed the whole point of this whole thing. We don't want to come out. We need a picture to try to get people to know your situation. How will they recognize you? Okay.
Alrighty.
That was the voice of an aquarium worker in Tokyo. We need some pictures of you guys. It's a guy from Staten Island. Runs the place. Yeah, I don't know how I ended up here in Tokyo, but as soon as I walked into this aquarium, I knew I was home. I'm like, where are the eels? I know they're hiding in here somewhere. I got a plan for you. For you, the eels. Great story, babe.
Cool, thanks.
Fantastic. I loved it. I really did.
Cool. Someone's sharing a link with us on Facebook. I will have to have a look at that later.
Oh, is that a link to...
I'm sorry, David, I can't look at it right now.
Somebody's like, you haven't fucking popped in on the eels
I've
yet?
got a lot of stuff
Here's a link right here. What?
to do. Well, I'm very tempted to click on it, though.
What's the holdup? Click on it. What, on the phone?
Yeah.
Go for it. It's not
All
going
right.
to fuck up the... I hope.
Then
It's-
everything goes down.
It's not going to fuck up the I hope.
I hope it doesn't fuck up the
Cheers,
I hope.
everybody. Let's do a drive-by. Hit it, babe. Cash cab drive-by. That means take a drink. Fantastic.
Oh, I got the link.
She's got the link, everybody. We're going to see what this is all about. We're going to pop in on some eels right now. Like, I'm going to yell at them. Wake up! Quit being such pussies, you fucking garden eels! We just want to look. What are you so scared of?
Oh, and it says which aquarium. It's the Sumida Aquarium.
Sumida Aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
Pop in on those eels, man. It's a fantastic aquarium. I would recommend it to anyone. Who likes going to aquariums that have eels that don't show themselves? Oh, here it is. Oh, wow. Can I see that? Or you can hold it up. Look at that.
If I can.
I think it worked. They fucking came out, man.
I don't know if that's...
Wow. That was cool. I mean, that's what it looks like when they're all
I guess.
when they're all drunk.
There's one random one in there.
I'm cracking myself up. When those eels get drunk, they're like, "Woo! I'm just gonna pop out and say hi to everybody." Hey, man. You're trying to airdrop something to my phone or something, babe?
Sorry, I was trying to.
No. Okay, careful. We could have lost Instagram. I had to.
Okay. Sorry. I was trying to text.
Let's leave it. We'll look at the link later. Well, thank you for sending us the link. We'll let's not do anything more with that.
Okay.
We're knocking on the door of technical problems a couple times. Okay, I don't want to bring that tech guy in here again. The guy's a real asshole. He doesn't like me. I don't like him, but he's the only guy around. All right. Yeah. Every week, which means every show, which we actually do twice a week, once a week on Wednesdays and once a week on Sundays at 8 p.m. I'm Ben Bailey. This is Working From Home. This is episode 22. What's up next, babe? We got a question. Do we have... what do we have? Do you have anything in mind?
Question?
Yeah, let's take a question from the viewing audience. That's what this music means, everybody. Sweet. Emma was dancing too. She didn't cut to her camera, but she was dancing.
Sorry. Busy pulling up the questions.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I know. I'm just telling them that you're dancing.
Okay.
I thought they would like to know it. All right, so this is a part of the show where I take a fan question.
Alrighty.
So if you or anybody has a question about fans and how they work, just go ahead and send it my way. I will explain it to you. That's the fourth try, and I actually got the joke right on the first attempt this time. I screwed it up every time until now, and quite frankly, it was not worth the wait. By the way, before we get to that, I have failed to mention the charities that we promote on this show. There's a big reason that we're doing it. We're trying to help people deal with being stuck at home and people who have situations where they are not getting food that they rely on for sustenance. So those charities are No Kid Hungry. If you're on Instagram, you can make a donation. You can click on it right in the feed and make a donation to No Kid Hungry. So far, guys, 2 donations, only $10, which is awesome, but I think we can do better. So if anybody out there is thinking, hey, I could spare $2, $5, $10, whatever, throw that to No Kid Hungry or to Feeding America, which is feedingamerica.org. All right, so now a question. I just wanted to get to that.
And if you're not on those, let us know if you donate in the comments on the other
put it in the comments on any of the others, and we'll be tracking those, and we will acknowledge you.
Oh, there's a question here. Does Ben look at the comments? And right,
that's pretty amazing timing.
Yeah, I was going to say. I meant to tell everybody that Ben can see the Instagram comments that are coming up as they come in. I can see Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and then afterwards, when we finish the show, we go upstairs. I read him the comments so that while we make dinner, or vice versa.
Oh, so sorry. I just saw a feed. I tried to donate, but it wouldn't let me. I have $35 in the bank, so I am good. You're amazing. That's their name. That's amazing. I'm sorry that you were unable to donate. Maybe there's an issue. Try to persist. Sorry, babe. That just touched me. I wanted to.
Yeah,
I do. I read. I don't sit down and scroll through comments and read comments and stuff. Partially because I'm a little too vulnerable. Partially because sometimes it's difficult. Not everybody has really nice things to say.
Not everybody has tact. I think
not everyone has tact. Some people are just trying to fuck with you. And
a lot of people don't realize you're a human with feelings, and they say, they think that they should comment on any number of, things about Ben and other people who are out there in the public eye, and tell them that their hair doesn't look good, or, whatever. Or that their eyes are too wide and they look like a clown at a fair, but a pendulum version of it rocking back and forth.
Like,
Do you guys have those clowns?
look, everyone, Easter Island.
Or that Ben looks like Easter Island.
Yeah, people don't always have. I'm very fortunate. A good percentage of my comments and reviews of things are very positive. But they're not always. And sometimes people say stuff that it can really hurt your feelings, make you feel shitty, and that sucks. So I don't tend to go looking through them, but I do see a lot of them because we have devices that we're doing stuff on all over the house, and if I pick one up, there's often a thing.
And if there's
a notification saying, "Hey, here's a review from one of your YouTube videos or whatever," and those things are so predominantly positive that I'm actually really glad that this came up, because I was saying to Emma just a few days ago, or maybe it was months, that those things keep me going, man. If I see like a really nice, something really nice that someone said about one of my stand-up bits or my special or Bwam or Stakeout, it really buoys me along. So I try to just get lucky and see the good ones. I guess is the answer to it. Do I read the comments? I read a fair few of them, and Emma reads more of them than I do.
Yeah, and
she shares really nice ones with me, and
yeah. So if you write a good comment, it'll get through to Ben via me.
Yeah, and if you write a bad one, I will come to your fucking house and say, "Hey, what's your problem, man?" No, I totally would never do that. I don't even know who you are, man. Was that our fan question? I guess it was.
That was a fan question.
Question?
This one came up twice.
Oh, there's another one. All right.
I have it from an old one here from Janet Baker on Facebook that I hadn't asked.
Oh, hey, Bakes.
And then someone
Bakey.
else
That's
asked
what we used
on
to
one of
call
the
you.
other platforms.
Oh.
Also said.
All right, who's this one
so
from?
So it's a common question. Same question, a couple of people asking it. Are we bored in the house yet? And the other one was, what are we doing to entertain ourselves during all of this time, this downtime? Sparky's replying.
Howling Sparky. Show some hearts if you guys can hear it.
There's a question here also about what Sparky's breed is, so maybe we can whisper answer that while he howls.
He's an asthma hound chihuahua.
He's what?
It's from Ren and Stimpy.
Oh.
All right, we heard the howl of the sparkle, and now I've forgotten what the question was. Oh, are we bored?
Yeah, and what are we doing?
Oh, yes and no. I'm a guy who I always have 1,000 projects that I'm working on. I love to have something to be working on that I can make progress on and control to some level. In this crazy world in which we live, it's nice to have some things that you can control and focus on and move in a certain direction. Positive, forward-moving stuff. So, I've always got a lot of those. If I'll be at Home Depot or one of the stores, and I'll be like, oh, I bought this whole railing set to redo the railing. I'm kind of a handy guy, and so I've got plenty of stuff like that to keep me busy, and I love doing that sort of thing. So, I haven't really been bored. It'd be nice to get out and be able to do some stuff that we haven't been able to do. But
yeah.
I wouldn't say I've been bored, really. There's a ton of shit to watch. There's more stuff to watch. Everyone's like, we're out of stuff. People who are huge sports fans, I get that, because there's not the new sports that you were looking forward to.
Right.
But there's plenty of old sports on. Like, you watch a golf tournament from 2 years ago. You don't know what the fuck happened. It's the same thing. It's like it's brand new. I didn't see this tournament. Who cares what it was 2018? Still, I was watching golf. And
that's why the DVR is getting filled up with golf games, hey?
Oh, no, I just heard about the charity match thing, so that's why I taped that.
I'm just playing with you.
How dare you? And what have we been doing? I think I answered that as well, but only for me, obviously not for Emma. I have projects around the house, and I have writing projects, and we've been working on this show, trying to prepare for this, and developing this whole setup here to do it. So, we've been doing a lot of stuff. Not to mention cooking, eating, cleaning, sleeping.
Yeah.
Like,
Ben built an entire bar, like a large bar too.
some of the guys might be watching. We weren't supposed to tell them what I built, remember?
Oh, sorry.
It's a
you already
surprise.
told everybody on this
Like
before.
way long ago, and the
Okay.
guys.
Oh, right,
I then told them it was a surprise.
Sorry. It's okay. None of your friends watch.
You'll strike that from the record, just like a jury. Forget you heard that. Yeah, he's fucking guilty. We heard it. We can't just shut off our brains, you fuck. Sorry, babe. What were we talking about? Yeah, we're keeping busy. We've been keeping busy.
Yeah, COVID's kept us pretty busy.
We've been busy trying to
I
figure
was-
out how to get a test and unable to fucking do it.
Yeah, and I was sick, and Ben was looking after me, and a lot of you know all this stuff already. So
Let's go. I think after this, we need to go to the special
to a relaxing
quiet,
place.
relaxing.
I think that sounds good.
It's time for ASMR. Asper. Almost silent, meditative reading.
Are you supposed to see the things that are making the noises?
I don't think it matters. It's about the noise.
So it's not like this.
Sit back, everyone. Relax.
This week, different chips. Cauliflower chips.
ASMR. Sometimes it's hard to keep a straight face and keep from getting noisy during that part. Whew. That was fun. I almost felt like there'd been a technical problem. But there wasn't.
There wasn't? There wasn't?
No, I didn't think there was.
Oh, really?
I felt like...
Did you update that banner?
What's that?
Did you update the banner?
No, I have to do it for next time.
There's a lot there to read.
There's a lot there to read. It's total nonsense, everybody. No technical problem for real. Everything is okay. And I can't believe it. But it's coming up on the end of the show. We're gonna have to look at our holidays for Sunday.
Oh my goodness.
Already. Cheers, everybody. I hope you're doing well, you guys. I hope you're hanging in there. Hope you're staying safe. I hope you're being smart. Hope you're keeping your asses clean. Hope you're being good to each other.
All right.
We're not doing any of that. I'm just hoping that you guys are to bring up the average. What have we got? We got holidays for today?
There's a lot of holidays for today.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay. National Autonomous Vehicle Day.
Wait a minute. What? They don't even exist yet. I mean, I guess they kind of do.
I guess it's
Some of them do.
in celebration or
National
awareness of them coming.
Autonomous Vehicle Day. Okay.
National Macaroon Day.
Macaroons. Okay.
Something I like that you don't.
So it's all about technology. Just kidding. Macaroons. What was the first one?
Autonomous vehicles.
Autonomous vehicles and macaroons and...
Save Your Hearing. National Save Your Hearing Day.
Wow. I feel like we can't even do this segment now to save our hearing. Okay.
National Smile Day.
Smile Day. Okay.
Had to throw that in. National Speak. I think this one's up your alley. National Speak in Complete Sentences Day.
National Speak in Complete. I'm sorry. Today is National Speak in Complete Sentences Day.
Yeah, and you were doing that whole bit about.
Okay. Holy shit! I
People
don't know how I'm
not
going to make this
writing
into a
in
thing.
complete sentences.
But this is our big closer, guys. This is how we close out
But
now.
there's
We
a
do
couple
Sunday,
more.
Sunday, Sunday. Holy shit. Okay, I already can't remember the first four.
National Utah Day and National Necrotizing Fasciitis Awareness Day.
Necrotizing Fasciitis Awareness Day?
Yes.
Holy shit.
So
This whole thing is just going to be me trying to remember them and say them again. Okay. Okay, guys, here we go. Crank it up, too, would you? Oh, she's got it on a screen
that
for me.
help?
Yes, of course.
okay, cool.
Oh, are you going to scroll?
I was just
for
going
me?
to hold it.
Okay, that's fine, too. Then I don't have to use my arms for it.
All right. Here we go.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Stop driving yourself around, you idiot! It's National Autonomous Vehicle Day! That's right, a whole day to celebrate vehicles that drive themselves with or without you! So why don't you sit home and enjoy a macaroon? Because this Sunday, 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 it's National Macaroon Day! And it's Save Your Hearing Day! It's also National Smile Day, so smile, motherfucker! And speak in complete sentences, because that's also another weird holiday that's today. Today only, one day.
Do you want to go
Fuck
more?
makes up these all. Oh, and also Utah. Who knows? Maybe it was Utah. Oh, yeah, there's two more. We got to do a double. Okay.
All right.
You thought you heard enough holidays for one day before? Well, this is the Sunday, Sunday, Sunday Holiday Days sequel, part 2. It's May 31st, a day of a lot of fucking holidays, including National Utah Day, a day to celebrate a state. For the whole country to celebrate one state, just like other days are for other states. Who knows, maybe it was Utah. And if that weren't enough, it's Necrotizing Fasciitis Awareness Day. I'm already more aware than I was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that blow up at the end.
Oh, me
my
too.
God,
It's
those are
awesome.
I can't believe all those are holidays for today. I mean, I believe it. I'm not saying I'm.
You're not,
I
in,
can't believe it. I'm trying to, but I can't.
you're not in disbelief.
I would recommend it to you, my friend, but. Oh, super fun. We didn't do. Well, there's a couple things we didn't do yet, but that's okay. It's 9:01. Instagram is our countdown. We've got 140. Is there anything else we need to do?
Well, you haven't done trumpet or juggling chickens, but
Oh, well, I don't like to get political, but first, let's applaud the essential workers. Genuine, heartfelt thank you to you guys. From us to you. People delivering stuff to our house for us for weeks that we would normally go to get. I thank you. Mail carriers, sanitation workers, security, cleaning crews. Thank you.
thank you to the carers of the world, the unpaid people who stay home and look after other people, family members
Yes.
and whatnot.
Yep. Thanks to them too.
And thank you to you because you have been my carer throughout this time and it hasn't been an easy job.
Yeah. Well, I don't think being my patient was particularly easy either.
No,
What do you mean you want more soup? Shut the fuck up in there.
you were great, babe.
Thanks, babe. It's not like that, guys. It's good. It's happy. We're good. All right, let's get political just once, just for a minute. Let's do it. It's time for a segment called Trumpet. Trumpet. Yeah, that's all. I'm never going to learn how to do anything else. I'm just going to do that every time, okay? From
It's
here on.
enough. That's fantastic. I think it's awesome.
Oh man, it looks like Instagram is out. I should have told them they could switch over and watch on other things, but I think we're gonna try to keep
think
it to just the
They
hour
probably know.
at this point. You guys, please spread the word about this show to others if you are enjoying it. If not, shut your mouth. Keep it to yourself. Go to the YouTube channel. Check out our stuff there. That's how you can thank us or help us. A lot of people are saying, what can we do for you? You can do that. Go to YouTube. Follow me on social media.
Yeah, and there was
Check my website and find out when I'm going to be doing a live show in front of an audience again.
What's that?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I mean, I can't wait to do it. I can't wait, you guys. I hope those of you that are watching this regularly understand that this show is it's not like a, when you see me live, I actually, I guess I'm doing stand-up at this point. It feels very different to me. It might not be that different to you guys, but I've been told by people that seeing me perform live is much different than watching a video, and the experience is different, and they just
oh yeah,
they love it.
I'm
and
sure.
So do I, and I hope that really that's what I hope from this show. If I could have anything come from this, doing this.
Yeah, if you could get something good back from it in return for all you're putting out there.
Yes, thank you, babe. It would be that people realize that I'm a comedian first. Like, I've been a stand-up comedian for a long time, and right? I wasn't like on the sidelines either. I was doing all the best places on the best nights and headline around the country, and
that was your career and living.
Yeah, I mean it is, but
before Cash Cab.
Before Cash Cab was a nice big boost to it, but it also confused people about what it is that I do. First and foremost, I'm a stand-up comedian, and I just, if people could see that and buy more tickets to the shows, so that I could sell out bigger venues, and then I could feel like I'm better than my competitors. There's a little truth in every joke, folks. No, if you guys get the chance and you honestly would like to do something to say thank you for this, which you don't need to, honestly, except just watch, come to a live show and say hello and tell me, hey, I started watching your live show that you did. And that's what got me to come out, because I would love to hear that.
Oh, yeah, we'd love to meet some of you in person after the shows.
But only for a minute. Don't fucking hang around. I'm just kidding. We got to go. That's it for the show, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to start the music. I'm Ben Bailey.
And I am Emma Gleason.
And this is Working From Home, episode 22. We'll see you next week. Which, if you know the show, means next episode. It's not really a week from now. It's sooner.